Hi gorgeous ladies, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to just be talking, okay? I'm just going to be speaking because I have a few things that I want to talk about, and I feel as though these things will help every single woman who listens to this, okay? These are things that I have painfully learned along the way of my dating experience, my dating life, and I want to speak to you guys, okay? I feel like it will stop loads of you from having certain questions, being in certain predicaments and wasting your time. I have done those things for you, so I just want to give you my tips and advice, and hopefully you can learn from me to save you time. Now, before I get into that, I have merch and I'll show you guys on the screen right here. I do have up-to-date iPhone cases. If you click on the iPhone case, then it will give you a list of newer models and stuff, but I hope that you guys really enjoy that merch. I designed it with love and stupidity as well because it's kind of funny, one of the logos, so I hope that you guys enjoy that. And shout out to some of you because I've already had a couple of purchases and I really appreciate it. So let's get into this video. Now, some people, women, are hoping to find love from these men. They're hoping to have their self-esteem boosted by men. They are craving for something from men, and I'm not talking about monetary gain. I'm speaking about emotion-based things. And what happens is when you start seeking these things from somebody or lots of people, men, external from you, you are setting yourself up for failure, heartache, disappointment, and honestly, anger as well, and time wasting. So what I learned along my journey is that I was seeking something from somebody else because I didn't have it yet for myself. And what I didn't have yet for myself was love. I didn't know self-love, no self-like, no self-confidence in my appearance, and I was yearning for like somebody to love me. I was yearning because I didn't love myself. I was yearning for somebody to like me because I didn't like myself. I was yearning to find for somebody to find me so attractive because I didn't find myself so attractive. And that signed me up to be a doormat, to have my heart broken. I just went through it, okay? And you guys know, if you watched one of my story time about the guy stealing my money, like these were the times when I was a fool, okay? And my brain cells weren't functioning. So my brain cells are all the way functioning. I have all the way learned from what I've gone through. I have developed myself internally to the point where I don't need those emotional things from somebody else because I already have it here for myself. So when you hear people say that in videos, if you go on any self-help any self-help video, they will all say the same things. They will all say, you have to love yourself first. If you don't, nobody else will. They all say that, don't they? And when I used to watch these videos, I used to think, you're not telling me anything I haven't heard before, but what are you actually talking about? That's how I used to feel. And now I'm saying it to you, but there is a deeper meaning to it than what people say in other videos. And I'm going to explain why. Because if you are giving yourself 100% to a guy, and you are not just giving yourself 100% to him, but you are also verbally telling him that. You are affirming that to him. You are the love of my life. I don't have much self-esteem. I would do anything for you. I will never leave you. When you are saying those things to a man, he is going to have the upper hand in so many different ways, okay? And it sets you up to be a doormat. It sets you up for heartache because you are telling somebody all of your insecurities. You are wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're telling him everything that he needs to know to turn into the person he needs to be to get you on your back on Wednesday. And it makes it so that he can be the hero. He can appear that he's this perfect person. He can appear that he is this knight in shining armor, this white knight. And in actuality, he is not. He is a monster dressing up as a knight because you have told him everything that he needs to know to get what he wants, okay? Not only are you setting yourself up to be used and abused in these relationships, but once it happens, and it will happen, 99.999% of the time, this will happen. You will be used by a man, you will be hurt by a man. They will tell you one thing just to get you on your back. They will tell you something, but they'll be seeing somebody else simultaneously. These things happen. It's just a part of life. And once you have been through that and you don't learn and you go and you put yourself in that same predicament again and again and again, and this pattern just keeps on continuing, your self-esteem that was already, you know, small and low will keep on decreasing. Your love for yourself will never be able to build, and how you like yourself will never be able to grow and thrive either, because you are constantly being hurt and broken down and kicked while you're down by the men that you're dating. So it's a vicious cycle. And once you realize that, you have to wait a second, halt, and work on yourself internally. Things will start shaping and falling into place. Some of you guys feel as though, oh, I just hate the way I look. You can do things to change that. And I'm trying to tell you right now, once you change something about your appearance that you really hate and that you can't stand, your love for yourself can grow, your self-esteem can grow, which in turn will make it so that you are happier. It will make it so that you have higher standards for yourself, and it will also make it so that you don't put yourself in ridiculous predicaments. And I'm speaking about most of the time, not all the time, okay? We know that some people look amazing, they feel like they look great, but they still are doormats in relationships. So we're speaking about not those people, not those situations. And it could be something small that's going on with you internally that's making you expect or need these men to love you so much. You need them to care about you so much. You need them not to look at other women so much. You need them not to ever cheat on you because it will hurt you so much and you'll be so devastated so much. You need these men in an emotional way, and it sets you up for failure. It sets you up for heartache. And the reason why it sets you up for that every single time is because no human being is perfect. You cannot expect somebody who even gives you vows and says, look, I promise, if you are religious, I'm not, but if you swear on your religious book or to your God, or whatever it is, or just to this person that you love, and you say, look, I promise never to do these things, I vow to do X, Y, and Z, it doesn't mean that it will remain that way. It doesn't mean that they might meet somebody else in 5 years' time that is everything that they could possibly want and more, leaving you in the dust. It doesn't mean that that won't happen just because they have vowed something to you, just because they have promised something to you, just because after sexy time in bed he has whispered sweet nothings into your ear about how he wants to marry you and all of that. It doesn't mean that that will stay that way. It doesn't mean that that is true. It doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to be. So when you are looking for this love thing, when you are looking for this this person that is going to complete you, when you are looking for this soulmate, when you are looking for this person that is just going to just be amazing, he just ticks every single box that could possibly be ticked for you, and he's just fantastic, but he can't look at other women. I would be crushed if he cheated on me. If he even speaks to another woman or flirts with her, I'll just die inside. It means that I'm ugly now if he doesn't want me anymore. I don't know how to live if we broke up. Like, when you are in that state emotionally, you are on the fence between sanity and insanity. And the reason why is because your emotions have run wild at that point, and it's just unhealthy. It's unhealthy to feel those things towards another human being who can crush your feelings at any moment, at any point. So I would like to urge you to work on anything that you have internally that is not 100%. If you have a flaw in your appearance that you hate, start working on it. Go and get a procedure done, or look at your makeup and work on how to minimize that flaw that you don't like. Or you could just accept it and know that that is you. This is you in the, I guess the body that you're in right now, and that you must just accept it and learn to embrace it and love it, even though it's not what you want. This is what you've got, so deal with it. So whatever route you choose to go down it. If you have issues with your parents, maybe I don't know, you have broken relationships with your parents or family members, people that are close to you, then start working on that yourself inside. Don't depend on that family member to reciprocate or to give you the closure that you want. Don't expect them to do anything. Work on it yourself and be content with where that situation is. Letting things go and releasing them into the wherever will really help you guys out. And again, I'm saying this from experience. I had so many things along my journey in life that were just bothering me and building up. And once I finally stopped looking for closure in other people, once I finally stopped looking for love from other people and for other people to build up my self-esteem, my life changed. The way I viewed myself changed, and the stuff I would tolerate stopped. So please work on you, and everything else will actually fall into place. I feel as though lots of women like to get dressed up and they like to go out craving men's attention. And I'm not speaking about for beneficial dating, when you're dating for a purpose. I'm speaking about just because you are so low down in your own vibration, in your own self-esteem and self-confidence, that you just need Tom, Dick and Harry to look at you and whistle at you on the street. You have an underlying issue that you, in my opinion, must work on, because the destiny for you in relationships does not look positive if you are somebody who is so desperate just to be whistled at on the street corner. So work on yourself. In essence, work on your emotional state, work on your confidence, your love for yourself, how you like yourself as well, and your tolerance, because these things make it so that you're not a doormat in life, in relationships, in friendships, with family members, etc., with yourself. You're not putting yourself down, you're not a victim anymore, and you are literally just taking charge of your happiness when you do that, instead of expecting other people to fill in those cracks and make it so that you're happy just because they're around or just because they gave you a compliment that day. You need to be your own happiness first, and anything else that comes is a bonus on top. But that your whole life doesn't depend on external events and people, because people come and go. When you have high standards for yourself in life, in dating, it makes it so that when trash comes, you spot it instantaneously, and it saves you from wasting a lot of time and not reaping any benefits in your dating experiences. So have your standards risen. Love yourself, work on yourself today so that you don't need external events and people and words that probably don't mean anything to the other person, but they're just telling you these words because it means a lot to you. When you need all of those things, it sets you up for failure. So work on yourself today so that you can tell yourself those affirmations and not need it from Tom, Dick and Harry. That was my advice for today. I hope that you guys did enjoy it. I do hope that it helps a lot of you ladies, because it's all about thriving. This is 2020, okay? Time is just going, and if I knew the things that I know now before, it would have stopped me from wasting time. So speaking from somebody who has wasted time, who has dealt with my own personal issues, relationship issues, I am just all the way in a better place now, and learning from those experiences have really helped me with the person that I am today, my tolerance levels, and it has enabled me to have better dating experiences and be happier internally. So I wanted to bring this video to you, and I hope that it resonated. I hope that it helped. I hope that you guys are raising your standards for yourself in personal life, your appearance, your happiness, your emotion levels, your vibrations, raising it in that department as well, and obviously your dating experiences. I'm going to love you and leave you here, and I'll see you in my next video.